Adi Shankaracharya was the propounder of Advaita philosophy. Advaita means non-duality. He believed in one God. So, in order to spread this Advaita philosophy, Shankaracharya traveled extensively. He traveled from one part of the India to the other part of the India. He visited almost all temples and mutts, met different kinds of people and ascetics. He was born at a place called Kaladi in Kerala. So, his mother was a very strong devotee of Shiva. She was very religious minded. It was due to her strong religious devotion that she got a child like Shankaracharya. Now, Shankaracharya renounced all worldly pleasures and he was not interested in the material affairs. He accepted sannyasa and went to different parts. While traveling, he came to know about his mother's condition. Shankaracharya's mother was in a dying state. She was expecting her death with an intuitive knowledge, that is an inner call. Shankaracharya knew this and he was able to see this with his third eye. So he came without touching the ground, that is, he flew in the air and reached his birthplace called Kaladi. He came by the bedside of his mother and consoled her and asked what was her last wish. Mother said she wanted to see the Trimurtis, that is Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. According to the wish of the mother, Shankaracharya prayed all the Trimurtis and the Trimurtis appeared before her. She was very much pleased. She cried a lot with a joy. Tears rolled from her eyes. So she prayed all the Trimurtis and died. The next, Shankaracharya wanted to cremate the dead body of his mother. The Brahmins came there and they refused to do any help. And he was isolated. Nobody assisted him. He was alone. So he once again prayed the God and carried the dead body of his mother. He was the only son. Nobody to take care of him. Nobody to assist. So Shankaracharya held the dead body of his mother on his hands, and he came out of the room and kept the dead body on the open ground. He didn't have firewood or any other facilities. So he just cut a plant, and it was cut it into pieces, and he threw the pieces of this plant on the dead body, and next he crashed his hands. With that he made fire, and with that fire he burned the dead body. So the fire spread quickly, and it started lightning more powerfully than the wood. And when the cremation was over, Shankaracharya left his homeland and he went to distant places. He went on with his task. His task was to spread spirituality. He engaged in lectures, he sang bhajans, and a lot of followers went behind him. And he had an earnest wish. He thought of bringing Mysore Chamundi to his birthplace Kaladi. For that, he prayed and meditated, and Mysore Chamundi appeared before Shankaracharya, and Shankaracharya said the Devi, he requested the Devi to accompany him and to his homeland Kaladi, and Devi agreed, but on one condition. Devi will follow Shankaracharya, but this Acharya, he should not look back. And Shankaracharya agreed to the proposal of the Devi, and Devi started moving, and Shankaracharya in the front and Devi in the back. They were traveling in the air, and Shankaracharya could hear the sounds of the anklets. That is anklet worn on the leg. He could very well hear the bells of that anklet. So after some time, Shankaracharya could not hear the bell of the anklets. So he suspected. He turned back, but Devi was there. Now Devi said, "You have broken the promise, so I will not accompany you. I will be here on this place." And Devi was seated on that place, and that is called Mugambiya. Once again, this Devi said, "Anyhow, you are a sincere devotee of mine, so I will do one thing. In the every morning hours, I will come to Chotanikara. That is before 7. I will be there. And after that, I will come back to Mugambiya." And this is a very important history regarding Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya knew that God is one, but he described God in different manners. It is for ordinary people that he did it. Ordinary persons need the assistance of God, goddess, temples and places of worship. and it is meant for ordinary persons. But one who go beyond the level, they need not require any kind of things like this. So Adi Shankaracharya knew that God was one and he believed in the oneness. At last Shankaracharya attained Samadhi.